What a disgusting person. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm your boy Poe Theory. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So late last week, Michael Eric Dyson, Nancy Mace, and Keith Boykins was on a panel and they were discussing Trump's press conference. And of course, normally, just like 2016, these types of panels tend to go off the rails. And it started with Nancy Mace just being wild. If you don't know, Nancy Mace is a representative from the great state of South Carolina. She covers Hilton Head and Charleston, one of the wealthiest areas, not only in South Carolina, but also in the country. Nancy Mace likes to cosplay as a moderate Republican, but she has co-sponsored and supported plenty of full-out abortion bans. She has tried to add, some addendums to those outright bans for, rape and incest. All right, so let's get into this video.
Rerun Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
You see here that she actually says it right first, and then she actually says it wrong on purpose. So she is intentionally doing this. The GOP, all of Trump's surrogates, are intentionally doing this.
I'll say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No, but you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
The level of disrespect and dismissiveness that this woman has for the vice president of the United States is quite disgusting. I've seen a lot of commentary about this particular clip. And of course, people from the right or even people down the middle will say, like, well, I don't think she's racist for, intentionally mispronouncing her name. At best, it's just disrespectful. And then you'll have people say, well, what about Pete Buttigieg? We could not figure out how to say his name for so long. So were we intentionally being homophobic towards him because we could not get his name? The difference is that there is no historical context for being dismissive or not seeing people like Pete, sexual orientation aside, as less than human. Pete is a white man, so just from being white, he's always been seen as a human. Unlike people like Kamala, people like Barack, people like Michelle, people like me.
And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being.
Professor Dyson, I could not disagree anymore. I don't think that she's a nice, wonderful human being.
The lies!
But I do understand what you're doing there. You're trying to disarm her so that way she can try to understand why what she's doing is problematic. But one of the things that we have to understand with people of Nancy Mace's ilk, that doesn't matter. That doesn't work. They're always going to be them. They're always going to move the way that they do. So trying to butter them up to get them to see the light, it'll never happen.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish it.
You are intending that
your
I am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala Harris
that
is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
It always cracks me up when people get offended by being called racist versus could what I'm doing be perceived that way? But instead, the conversation becomes, you call me a racist. And then she says, it's disgusting. Yeah, what you're doing is disgusting, ma'am. Like, I don't, what are you missing?
Disrespect.
Why can't you just, Congresswoman, why can't you just,
I'm not calling you a racist, I'm saying what the practice is racist.
You absolutely are.
And I agree with Michael Eric Dyson. I agree with him halfway. I agree in 100% of what he's saying because he could possibly believe that Nancy Mace is not racist, but he then follows up by saying, but what you are practicing is racism. And I think that's a very clear distinction. But anytime you get a person that's on the right, or, well, anytime you get someone that's on the right that hears the word racist, the first thing that they do is, "Oh, you're calling me a racist? I'm not racist." They they can't see that there is a distinction being made from who you are as a person and your actions. I'm not a misogynist, but I know, growing up as a man in America, I know that there are certain misogynistic beliefs and ways that I was raised around that could somehow pop out. I am not a misogynist, but I could possibly do or say something to or about women that could be misogynistic. But that doesn't make me misogynistic. Just what I did or said was misogynistic.
And the
Let me get in here.
No, what's disgusting
That
is
is
your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
You know what?
I didn't know her name.
Disgusting
He's
to
trying
women
to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
Michael, air her up with that one. The unmitigated goal of a white woman to say that a black woman doesn't know what a real woman is, as if black women and people of color as a whole, Puerto Rican women, well, specifically Puerto Rican women and black women, the reason that we have the science of gynecology is because of black and Puerto Rican women.
25
They
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25 years
and
ago,
respected
I
your
became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina. I
So call
fought
her
my
name
way
right.
through it,
So
tooth
pronounce her
and nail,
name
blood,
right.
sweat,
Let
and
me
tears.
actually get.
So Nancy Mace brings up that she was the first woman to graduate from the Citadel of South Carolina, which is a military college. Check this. Their motto is honor, duty, and respect. Last time I checked, intentionally mispronouncing the vice president's name would be disrespectful. I guess it doesn't matter when the vice president is a woman of color. That's when honor, duty, and respect, it doesn't lend itself to people of color for Nancy Mace. I get it. So in closing, Nancy Mace is a racist. By the very least, her actions are. People like Nancy Mace are the reason why I think it's dangerous for the Democrats to solely focus on Donald Trump being the boogeyman of the Republican Party. There's a reason that his depravity was able to flourish in the Republican Party. He's not alone in his thoughts and beliefs. The others just dress it up better, just like Nancy Mace. Peace.